Welcome back, everyone. El Zanamo with Real Estate Inspections LLC. Today we come to you to show you what an inspector would be looking for in an electrical box. First thing we do when we get up to the inspection, put our hand to the back of our hand to the box. Reason we do that is you never know if there's an electrical short inside the box. If we were to go this way with it and get electrocuted, there would be no way for us to pull away because we're leaning in. But when you put the back of your hand to it, it's gonna your muscles tend to contract, pulls our hands back, and we're able to free ourselves, hopefully, from the box and not get killed. Once we know that everything's clear, we open up the box and we take a quick look. This is a 200 amp service. We see it's well marked. We're looking for things like the hot water tank. Okay, 30 amp fuse, that's what we want. 30 amp circuit breaker, I'm sorry. We look at the air conditioning units, 30 amp, 30 amp, and we look at the hot water tank, 30 amp. So we know that the breakers are marked with the same amount of amperage they should have for the appliances that they're running. Next, we're going to remove the cover off of the electrical box. This is our main electrical service. As you can see, this was very nicely done. We're going to look at what we have here. We have our 200 amp main breaker. This is the main shutoff for all the power in the house. These two lines here are our supply lines coming in from outside through the meter. And now I'm going to look a little bit closer at the wire sizes. After you've done this for a while, you'll begin to see the size of the wire. The thinner the wire is going to show me whether it's a 20 amp or a 15 amp breaker. If it's a 15 amp breaker, we're looking at a smaller, we're probably looking at a smaller wire like a 14-2 in Romex, and we're looking at probably lighting or plugs. But when we look at the plugs, we would like to see 20 amp, and we would like to see a 12-2 wire. Now, as we go up in size, where the hot water tank, we're going to definitely want to see like a 10-2 wire. We'd like to see a 10-3 wire for your dryer plug. So we're going to look, as we get trained in this and you do it more and more, you'll be able to identify the wires as you look down through. Then we're going to look at the bottom of the box to make sure that there are no tabs. This is a tab plug right here, that we're going to see none of these holes in the sides of the box, that all the wires up in the top here are secured and they have the nuts holding the wires securely in place. And then we want to make sure that none of these breakers have two live wires going to them. If they do, it'd be called a double tap, and that's a fire hazard. So we would call that out in the inspection. But this looks great. There is no double tapping. All the breakers are the correct size. All the wires are the correct size for the appliances they're running. We like to see 20 amp circuit breakers on all the plugs in the kitchen for the appliances. A lot of times you go in these older homes and they're popping circuit breakers in the kitchen because they have a 15 amp breaker and they should have a 20 amp breaker. Once you've addressed the box, open the box, you see there's no rust, there's no water laying in the bottom of the box. Sometimes water will go inside the inside of this cable from outside in the mast. The mast is the head of where the wires come in. Sometimes the little rubber bushings inside there crack, and water comes in and runs right down in here. You don't see it in the basement, but you'll see a little puddle in the bottom. We're looking for that. We're looking for rust. We see no rust. We see nothing like that in here. Everything's nicely marked and everything's in perfect shape. We've got two grounds, which is what we're looking for. We're looking for an exterior ground. We're looking for an interior ground that's running over to our water pipes. Once we see all that, we know we're good. This part of the inspection is done. The electrical system looks good. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please make sure that you subscribe to my video, and remember to hit the little bell on the side there so that you get notified whenever a new video comes out. El Zanamo, Real Estate Inspections LLC, 315-868-8287. Thank you.